Somebody once asked Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner, and one of the sharpest investing minds who ever lived, how to get rich. His answer wasn't a stock tip. It was a warning. The first $100,000 is a real struggle. Do whatever it takes to get there. Because after that, the game changes. He wasn't exaggerating. Here's the strange math nobody explains. At $500 a month, your first 100K takes about 10 years. Your second takes 5. Your third, barely over 3. And your last 100K before $1 million, 12 months, same deposit, same market, same you. So why does the exact same $100,000 keep getting easier and easier to earn? That's what this video is about. The invisible line at $100,000, where the math flips sides and starts working for you. Let's start with the ugly part. Why the first 100K feels impossible. When your portfolio is small, compound interest, the magical force everyone praises, is basically asleep. You invest $500 a month. After year 1, you've got around $6,200. Your deposits, $6,000. The market's contribution, $200. $200. That's not a snowball. That's a snowflake. And this is the cruel joke of early investing. For years, your account is just your own money staring back at you. You check the app expecting magic and find a savings account with extra steps. In your first $100,000, roughly 60% is money you personally deposited. The market only chipped in 40. You're not riding the wave yet. You are the wave. Every dollar climbs because you pushed it. 10 years. At $500 a month, that's how long the first 100K takes. A decade of watching friends buy things while you transfer money into a chart that barely moves. This is where almost everyone quits, and the data backs it up. Most people who start investing abandon it within the first few years. Not because they're weak, because the feedback is broken. You're doing everything right, and the reward is a spreadsheet that grew 4%. Here's the reframe that keeps you alive through the grind. During this decade, you're not really building money. You're building the engine. Every deposit is another horsepower bolted on. It looks like nothing is happening because engines don't look impressive until you turn the key. And at $100,000, the key turns. So what actually happens at 100K? One simple, violent shift. 10% of 100,000 is $10,000 a year. Your deposits, $500 a month, are $6,000 a year. Read that again. At $100,000, the market's average contribution overtakes yours. For the first time in your life, you're no longer the biggest investor in your own account. Your money is. Below the line, you push the snowball. Above the line, the snowball pulls you. This is why Munger obsessed over this number. Not because 100K is rich. It isn't. But it's the altitude where the plane stops needing the runway. Everything before it was friction. Everything after it is lift. Don't take the metaphor. Take the math. Same $500 a month. Same average returns. Start the clock at 0. Your first 100,000, 10 years. Your second, 5 years. Half the time. You change nothing. Your third, 3.3 years. Your fourth, 2.5. And the final 100K before your first million, about 12 months. The market hands you in 1 year what once took you a decade of grinding. Look at that staircase from the side and you'll see what wealth actually looks like. Not a straight line, but a curve that spends years crawling, then suddenly stands up. Everyone sees the standing up part on social media. Nobody posts the crawl. That's why everyone misunderstands how money works. Now the practical part, because the line at $100,000 doesn't just change the math, it changes the strategy. Below 100K, your savings rate is almost everything, and your returns barely matter. Run the numbers. On a $20,000 portfolio, beating the market by a full 1% earns you $200. One extra $100 deposited every month earns you $1,200, 6 times more. So early on, chasing hot stocks to speed things up is solving the wrong equation. The boring answer, earn more, save more, automate it, beats the exciting answer by a mile. Above 100K, the equation flips. 1% on $500,000 is $5,000. Now returns, fees, and taxes are the main event, and your monthly deposit is the side dish. Same game. Completely different rules. Most people play the wrong half their entire lives. Quick honesty break. You know how this channel works by now. Every number here assumes the U.S. market's long-term average, roughly 10% a year before inflation, with 500 a month never missing. Real life is messier. Returns arrive in violent random chunks, some years plus 30, some years minus 20. Your 10-year grind could be 8 or 13, and the 100K line itself, it's not physics. It's a round number that happens to sit near the crossover where average growth outruns typical deposits. If you invest $200 a month, your line is lower, $2,000 higher. The principle is what's bulletproof. Somewhere on your journey, there is a line where your money outdeposits you. Before it, you carry the account. After it, the account carries you. Here's what the line feels like from both sides. Before, you're 28, 4 years in, holding 30 grand. A coworker mocks your packed lunch. The math says you're 80% of the way through the hardest part, but nothing about your life shows it. This is where faith does the heavy lifting. After, you're 38. The account crossed 150K a while back. One morning, you notice your portfolio made more last year than your annual bonus. You didn't feel it happen. There was no confetti. The line was silent. That's the secret nobody tells you about the hardest 100K. Crossing it feels like nothing, and changes everything. The grind decade wasn't the price of the first 100,000. It was the price of all of them. So if you're in the crawl right now, small account, slow growth, friends laughing, understand what you're actually looking at. You're not behind. You're on the steepest part of the mountain, which is exactly where the beginning is supposed to be. The first 100K is the hardest. It's supposed to be. It's the entry fee for a game that gets easier every single year. After 10 years, then 5, then 3, then 1. 2 videos ago, we watched 3 people pay wildly different prices for that entry fee just by starting at different ages. Last video, we mapped every level the machine can climb. This one showed you why the machine feels broken at the start, and isn't. Push the snowball. The hill is coming.